Hey, hey, hey. Good morning. Good. Uh, Sounds good. Streams online. Hey, here we go. So today, uh, we're gonna continue the project, obviously. Um, what did we add last time? We were done with the move actions and the zoom, so this is good. It's working both on PC and on mobile, and that's pretty much it. That's basic, but at least it works. So today what I wanted to do is adding the tap action and the hold action so we can interact with all the objects in the scene, because since the game's going to be pretty much a clicker, kind of clicker builder thingy, I don't know, I'm not sure yet. We're gonna have to interact with stuff by clicking on it or tapping on it and holding them, moving them around. Yeah. So we want to detect when this kind of action happens and then send the message to the objects. So that's pretty much what we're going to do today. So let's get it started, I guess. In our touch state, we're gonna add something, which is the tap, and not the tap, the holding, because the tap is pretty much inexistent, I guess. Whatever, be at the end like that, because the tap is just like a one-time thing. It's not like a state. It's either we're gonna tap or we're gonna hold, so we don't need a different state for the tap. Okay, and then we can go in the pawn and code them. Okay, so this is where we're starting to touch with the first input. So we want to detect if it's a tap or not. And then if it's not tap, we're gonna do a hold action. If it's a tap, we're gonna do a tap and stuff like that. So. Okay. So when we press a button, we set the touching state because it's touching the screen. And then what we want to do is maybe wait for a couple seconds. I don't know how long. For now, wait, variable delay hold action. So it's more holding state. 25 here. And then if after this this delay is done, you can break it and switch on the state. Actually, you can just compare it. If the state is still equal to touching, like if the user didn't move his finger, we want to say that it's an old action. So we're just gonna put it there, create a function, call it old, and then we're gonna call it. So this is the entry point for the old action. For the tap, it's going to happen when the user removes the finger from the screen. Okay. So how do we do that? We want to set the end, but we don't want to set the state just yet because we're gonna need the state in the same way that we're doing it here. So let's see. If we have the touch action here, and then we want it to be still touching, and if it's still touching, I guess we're gonna tap because Okay, so here we go. So if the user puts his finger on the screen for longer than an X amount of time, it's going to be converted to an holding state. But if the user removes his finger from the screen and it's still touching, so it's not converted to a hold, and he didn't move in the meantime, it's going to be considered a tap. And then after the tap, we want to put its state to none. So what we're gonna do here, it's probably like a sequence or something. And then just duplicate this here. The end position, we're gonna need it for the touch action, the tap action, but then the state, we're gonna set it later, which is after. So we want to call the tap action and then I've set the state to none. Okay. So. We might want to do the same thing for the second input. Actually, we're not using the second input for an hold action. We're just gonna use it for a tap because we might want the user to be able to like use multiple fingers and tap real fast. So then we can just do the same thing when we remove. Actually, I'm just gonna copy this whole thing here. I'm gonna place the ending here. Use touch 2 instead of touch 1. Here, and here. And here we go. So we are now able to tap with both fingers. Good. Okay, but now these actions are not doing anything, so this is what we're gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna start by with the hold action because it's simpler, I guess. Actually, it's pretty much the same. We have to detect if we like it's pretty much did we hit something, and then let's see, have a branch here which will detect if we hit something. If we did, we want to hold that thing, and then we want to set the state. Set members. We can set the state to holding. So if we hold something, we want to set the state to holding, and if we didn't, well, we can probably put the state to like touching or moving. If the finger is stays on the screen long enough, we want to consider it as a moving action because it's clearly not a tap since the user left it there. Okay, so this is the pretty much the main flow. So how do we get the actor here? I guess we can just like get tap vector on their finger or something. So we're gonna need know which touch we're using, so it's either like the first or second finger. Actually, it might cause issue if we have like 5 fingers. Whatever, we'll see with that later. Okay, so okay, so can we get the touch location? Get touch location? Good. And this is where we choose which finger we are using. And then what we can do is convert screen. Actually, this is in the pair control. And location to wall space. Like these. So this is gonna convert the position of the finger on the screen and put it in wall space. So we can do a line trace that's gonna tell us if we touch something or not. So line trace by channel, I guess. Line trace by channel. The start is gonna be the wall location of the line trace, and the end is gonna be pretty far forward. So get the direction, multiply it by pretty far, and then add it. Add them together, which is gonna give us the end location. The channel, I think we should create a new channel. Just I don't like to use like a channel. Hey, hi. I don't like to use like the default channel, so I'm gonna create a new one. So how do I say your name? White Hat with capitals. Hi, hi. Good morning. Good morning. Collision. Trace channel. By default, we're gonna ignore it. So not every objects are blocking my channel, and I'm gonna call it tap actor or something. So I have a new channel here. Not to save. Okay, so the channel I can use the tap actor channel. We don't want to trace complex because we're gonna add box collisions and stuff. And then we can just like have the it variable here just to make it cleaner, I guess, which doesn't really matter because we're gonna just break. And then if we hit something, we want to return that something. And actually, can we get the interface an actor or something? Does implement interface, yes or no? We can probably cast to an interface. I don't actually remember. Do we want to? Like, it's either we're gonna have a new class for all the stuff that is tappable, that we can click on it, or we can maybe create an interface. I usually use like a new class, but this time I think I want to try with an interface for fun. New function, I don't really mind. No, okay. Can we do that and then new functions? I guess this can work. Let's see. Okay. So if we touch something and the something has the interface on it, we're gonna be able to return it and it's gonna work. Return the actor, I don't matter, doesn't actually matter. We wanna return if it was a success or not. So this is success, this is not. Actually, the success or not could be like if the actor is valid or not. Can be good enough. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. And then just maybe we might need the location, so location. I think it's information that is important. Can be useful, can be useful. So either it worked or not, depending if the actor is valid. Sounds good. Okay. Back to the old action, get actor on the finger. Since the old action is always going to be touch one, we don't have to like pass it or something. It's going to be the touch one, and then if it's valid, so instead of an if, we're going to use the is valid, and if it's the case, we're gonna call an old function in that thing. Old. For now, we don't really need anything. So old message call. Here we go. Okay. We're just gonna do the tap now. It's pretty much gonna be the same thing, and then we will be able to test it out, see if it works. So in the tap, pretty much the same. Oops, not a tap. Get the finger, get actor on the finger. In that case, we have to pass in the index because we're gonna use multiple fingers to tap. Get the actor, check if it's valid, and if it's the case, we're gonna tap. Oh, the function doesn't exist yet, so we're gonna use it here, create it here. I mean, tap action, and we're gonna tap. Boom. Here we go. And then we can go back here just to make sure that we're using touch one in the touch one and using touch two in the touch two. Okay, that seems fine. Okay. So now I'm just gonna create a bunch of new stuff. Actually, not really. I'm just gonna create like tap actor blueprint. Yes, thingy. It's more a test actor than something else. It's gonna be a cube. And then we want to add collision on it. Actually, it already has one, so we're just gonna change it to custom, make sure that it blocks the tap after channel. And then we want to implement the interface. So BPI tap actor here, and then maybe we want to implement function, and tap. Let's see if it works. So if I put this cube in the scene, if I click it, empty space doesn't do anything, and if I click on the cube, it doesn't do anything either. Yay, that's good. So why doesn't it do anything? Let's see. I don't know if I can just put it here so we can maybe see. If I click, there's no debug. Selected object. Come on. Okay. So the code is called, I guess. Oh, okay, because it's not touching. It's never touching. Because probably the thing we did is on the touches here, it's like super quickly converted into moving. Like as soon as I'm touching it, it's converted to moving. But we want to convert it only if we move, or if the time is like over, like if we waited long enough with the finger on the screen, or if we move the finger. Because if the finger click at the same place, we don't want it to be considered moving. So. Where's that? Just want to check how I did it before. All these are stuff that I already done. I could have just like used the project I already have, but I wanted to make it cleaner maybe. Even though it's not really clean right now, and I have to clean it up. But yeah. Okay. Okay, so what do we want to do before converting? So if it's touching, we're gonna move these. We want to check if the distance is big enough. So just gonna have a div here. And then how do we check that? I'm just gonna break the touch one, again, get the distance between the start and the current. And just compare it to see if it's bigger than, let's say, distance holding state. Actually, it's more moving state than holding state, distance for moving state. So if it's bigger, it's gonna convert to moving, and we want to do the same thing for the second touch. Touch 2. Okay. And the distance for now, I guess we can just like put it, let's say I had 30 before, so I'm just gonna use the same value. Okay. If I change something. So put it back. Okay. So now it should work. Click in empty space, doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't start to move right away, like when we click on screen, like if I do tiny movements, it doesn't start to move yet. Like there's a little bit of like a zone around the cursor that we need to move out of it for it to start to move. I don't know how to explain it. And then if I click on stuff, this one, yep. So this is a node, tap, node. Oh, that's where that wasn't an old. Oh, there's something wrong with the delay. I think we could just convert it into another delay, like a retriggerable delay. Retriggerable delay. Otherwise, like it causes some issue if the timing is not wrong, it's not perfect. Like if I click multiple times, it breaks stuff. So okay, so tap, hold, tap, hold, tap, tap. Woohoo! That's good. That's good. Hey, we have something. And if we're holding, we cannot like move around because we want to be able to maybe move the object instead. That's my initial idea. So since it's a clicker, people aren't going to be able to click. And then if we hold the object, we want to do maybe something else. Be able to select it, maybe because I want I want the user to be able like to build stuff around and click on them to build them. And then if they want to move them around, they can. It's not like a big deal, maybe at like a little cost or something. If they want to destroy them, they can just hold them, and maybe we can show a menu over them just to like select, do you want to move it? Do you want to rotate it? Maybe do you want to like delete it? Whatever. So yeah. Well, okay, so we have something. Doesn't work on all of them, which is good, just on the one with the interface. That's great. So now we can like have as many actors as we want that just have to implement that interface, and then they are gonna be good. And then they can do whatever they want with the tap and the hold action, if they want to do something with it or not. If they don't, it doesn't matter. So what I'm just gonna do, oh, can I click with both fingers? Yes, I can tap with both fingers, so that's good. That's good. I'm just gonna add a couple of these, different scale, just to see how it goes. Let's see, one's gonna be here for fun. Maybe rotation weird. Not sure it's gonna matter, but just in case. Okay, here, here, here. Okay. And I'm gonna launch it on my phone just to make sure it works with the tap also. Unreal Frozen. Okay. Is there anything else we need to do in this? Oh, I don't think there is. That's good. That's pretty much it for the input actually. We can probably save those values in the structure though. And also, like I mean the delay for hold, the distance for moving, because they will be probably editable by the user in the settings and stuff, just to say I want it to be more sensitive, less sensitive, the speed of the tap maybe. These are just simple things that we can like give the control to the user, and I think it would be nice for them to have them. Okay. So. Now maybe I should take a bit of time to clean up while it's packaging. So get game mode. This one. Put it in the variable so I don't have to cast it every time I need it. And then I'm just gonna put it somewhere. Used it a bunch of times, bunch of places. About the inputs, maybe we wanna. Do we want to have like multiple structures instead of one? I think it will be nicer. So then we can just save some of them. So let's say if the user changes positions, we can just like save them, and vice versa. If the user didn't change his position, we don't save them. So then we'll be able to save like multiple little chunks of the game at different times, so it's not like a big hit every time that is not needed. Actually, I don't think it's gonna be a big hit anyway, because it's just like simple data. There's not much to save. This is long. Okay. Yeah. So maybe we do just want to have like one structure per thing. So instead of having like one big structure, we might want to have like a bunch of little structures instead. I think that's what we're gonna do for now. Yep. So it's gonna be let's save won't exist anymore. Let's input everything. That's fine. It's good. Oh yeah, if I save it right now, oof. Well, the build might fail. It'll probably fail. Yes, input. That's weird. That's so weird. Yeah. Apply. That should not be. That should not compile anymore. Get inputs. That's better. Okay, here we go. So now we can just go in all the places. Let's set this zoom. Okay, this should be better already. Then we want to add those delays in the structure itself. So S input. So what was it? It was delay for holding state and distance for moving state. Maybe two floats. The first one is 0.25 and the second one is 30. Okay, so these are now in the structure, so we can just go get them instead of these variable here. Delay for holding state here. Yep, should clean a bit of these too. Then the distance for moving here. Okay, that seems good. That seems good. Okay, so we don't need these anymore. It's still building. Takes so long. Is it done? Oh, it's done. Okay, I can move. Can tap. Tap with multiple finger. Huh. I just realized my zoom is inverted. Oopsie. Oh yeah, that's odd. Okay. Okay, and I can tap with a bunch of fingers and it seems to work. But I think it will cause some issues. I don't actually wanna have more than 2 touches saved in the bound. So maybe we can like add all of them and just make sure they react the same way or something like that. Okay, why is my zoom inverted though? That's odd. Set desired zoom, nope. Let's apply zoom. Nope. So update touches. Add desired zoom. Okay, here compute zoom. So the distance, I don't know why it's inverted. I can probably just reverse this here. Will probably work better. Good, 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 good. The structure's safe. We can just delete this one for now. 11 references. That's weird. Or delete. Not sure that deleting an asset is a good idea while packaging, but yeah, we'll see. Okay. That's good. Okay, so can we can we clean stuff up? Okay, now my zoom is not inverted anymore. That's good. That's good. That is good. That feels better. Good, 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 good. Okay. So, what we can do is probably just have a debug, debug system stuff, just to know, like to have a clear info of what's happening at all time. I mean, just so we know like which inputs are working, and if we are touching an object, which object it is. Yeah, stuff like that. We can also add that. Would be nice for debug purposes. Okay. So, how do we quickly convert the touch? The second touch, we want to split it into multiple touches. So we can have like 10,000 touches or something. Maybe not, but Because if we touch like with 5 fingers and we remove the second one, what happens? Okay, that's something I want to test. Touch 1. Touch 2. 3. Touch 4. Touch 5. Okay. Touching an area of pool that's just gonna tell us if it's touching or not. So element index 0 is gonna be true, so stupid. Index 0 is gonna be false. Wanna do the same thing for all the other ones. Index 1, index 1. Index 2, 2, not 21, 2. 3, 4, 4. Okay, and then in the pick, I want to through all of these for loop, print, and want to have the index and then the value. I'm going to do that for 0 second. That's in the log. So it should not do anything right now. That's good. But if I push it on my phone, then I'm gonna be able to see what happens if I have like multiple things. Hero loading. Yeah, I know this doesn't exist anymore. Can I? No. Is it referenced somewhere? I don't think it is. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, so it's really tracking the real finger, which makes sense. So there's probably a way to like break the system, but it's tracking the real fingers at least. Okay. So we really need to have different fingers instead of just having 1 and 2. If we want to be able to use more than 2 fingers, we need to support more than 2 fingers. So go back into inputs, and we're gonna need more touches here, or let's say 5 fingers or so. Okay, I can do that. Can I duplicate? Nope. Can I copy paste? I don't think we can. Oh, too bad. 3, 4, 5. Touch 3, touch 4, touch 5. Oops, I rolled 6, 5, Move them from here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After 5 finger, I think it's a bit much. So for now, we're gonna go with 5. And then we're probably gonna have like an array of inputs instead of having like touch 1 and touch 2. Okay, that makes it a bit more complicated, I guess, or not. How can we do that simply? So let's say touches, which are gonna be an array of structures. That's good. Or maybe we just wanna have like a map instead of an array. Yeah, that's better. So we're gonna have a map from a finger index. What is it called? It's called the touch index. Really? Touch index. And then let's touch. Oh, a map. That's good. By default, we want to have one of all the fingers, I guess. Or we can just like remove. They're going to be added in. Yeah, they're going to be added one time, so it doesn't matter, I guess. Good. Oh, touches. So we want to find the index we want. Let's set member. I think we can start with the second here. We can copy paste a bunch of code, but I don't like that. So we can just start touching, stop touching. If it's the thing is the delay here, we cannot really put it in, or we can just keep it there, I guess. Yeah, because everything else is the same, like this and this, this and this. Okay, so we can do that. Yep, that's good. Okay, so set member touch. Actually, why would I do something different than that? That's good. The finger index is gonna be the same finger index as the other one. So reroute node here, then reroute node there. So we can just collapse the function, and we can start touching, or maybe just touch pressed. And then we can just decide which finger we don't want it as a reference. Finger index here, which is going to be touch 2 for this one. And then we want to touch release, that's going to do all this kind of stuff, but differently. So we want to have the touches, we want to have to find this thing, or actually, just to make sure that it exists, when it starts touching, we're gonna add it instead. So it's gonna remove every other data that is not important, maybe? What do we have? Start, current, previous. The ending doesn't matter anymore because it's a new touch. So what we can do is this instead, and like this value everywhere, except maybe the end, because the end doesn't matter. In that case, so maybe something like that. Maybe. So we're gonna add them when we start touching. Then when we stop touching, we don't want to remove them. We're just gonna set the values, I guess. Okay. So we want to find them. Set the member for the end. This is not gonna change. We want this and this here, so that's good. Sequence here, and then we don't, yeah, I want to go here like that, and then the finger index is gonna go where to. That's good. Something like that. And for the second part of the branch, want it set its state to none. It's gonna be the same as this one. So that might work actually. Okay, so we're just gonna do this and that. Function touch released, and then meta reference finger index. That's all good, and then we can just remove all that. Okay, so this might actually work. So touch 3, touch 4, touch 5. That's good. Okay, let's compile first, refresh this, release, put this stuff in, plug this stuff in, this, and this, so 2, I think 3, 4, and then 5 here. That's good, we can remove all that, doesn't matter. Just for a test, so these are good. And I want the same thing for the first finger, but we're gonna keep the delay part at the end, because this finger is different. This is the main finger, this is the finger that is going to be able to hold stuff. So we want to keep that part here. Touch one, we're just gonna find it here, like so. And then if it's touching, we're gonna be holding after a while. A little bit of time. Okay. That seems good. That looks cleaner for now, at least. Okay. But now we have to finish replacing those references everywhere. We can probably simplify this thing, because it's gonna become a little bit annoying, I think, because we have to find, then we have to break and switch. So what we can do is reroute node here, reroute node, reroute node. That and this thing. That then we can just collapse to macro, switch touch state. Okay, it made it completely weird. Wow, that's the weirdest macro ever. Execute finger index none. Okay, cannot use none. Whatever. Fetching. Keeping. Oh. So this will simplify every time we want to do a switch on the state. Which is a couple of times already, so that's good. So we can just do that. The inputs, forgot. This input, I don't want it to be not, I want to be able to, yes, that's good. Fetch index, I want to be able to just plug it in, type it in, and not just plug it in. Index. Oh, come on. Don't crash on me, thanks. Again, this one, this, okay, I'll remove that one too, just in case. Finger index, thank you. Good, then I can plug them here. And then I can go replace all this stuff. So switch on the state here. Actually, we wanna loop through all of them, so that's even better. Because it's doing the same code. Yep. So touches, keys, or actually can I just cannot just loop through them? Actually I could get the values, but it will be the same, so it doesn't matter. So for all of the touches, we wanna loop through them. If they are touching or moving, we go here. Which means that we want to set the current state. That froze for some reason. Okay, it's back. So we want to set the current state. So we're gonna have to do a find here. Put the current touch. Okay. I hope it's gonna work. I really do. Otherwise, we're gonna have to change a bunch of stuff. Oh, it's frozen again. That's so weird. What's happening? What is happening? Auto saving. What? Okay. Can we stop auto saving now? Thank you. Okay. So touching on moving, set state, and then in the same structure. I think it's gonna be cleaner if I just want variable index. So it's gonna be better if we use it like that. Okay, so the index and touches. See? Just there. Yeah. Okay, something like that maybe. item. And then doing the same thing. So right here, actually it's a switch. Again, so we're gonna just use the same switch. The index. Oh, stream having an issue. No, why? Why? That's weird. I hope it's gonna get back. I can probably delete and close this window. It's not really important anyway. It's probably because of all the autosaves and stuff. I hope so. If it's touching, we'll continue. And then if it's touching, we want to get the distance and stuff. Just gonna it again here. Something like that. And then we want to set it to moving. If the finger moved enough, it's now moving. Okay, I hope this is gonna work. Because it's a lot of changes, and if it doesn't, I'm gonna be sad. Okay, I just want to finish removing them. What is it? Application. The new desired location. Yeah, we just want to move if it's the first finger. So find the touched one. Yeah, for now we're just gonna do it like a little bit dirty, but whatever. Should be good enough for now. Just gonna copy paste this stuff a couple of times. Check all the fingers. Touch 2, touch 3, 4, and 5 here. And then it's the case. We're just gonna touch here. And we have to do the same thing here. No, good. That's not good. The touch one is this, and the touch 2 is that. Then if touch 2 is this, touch 1 is that. And Kalizo touch on nothing. We don't want to zoom if all the other touch are doing stuff. So just gonna copy this, put it there. Oh, wow, that's not cute. Okay, that's not pretty, but if it works, then we're gonna make it pretty. That's good. Then we need touch 1 and touch 2 only. Come here, U2. Gonna use U2. This. Okay. And finally, this one here. Just want to use a touch 1. Here we go. Okay. Please work. Please work. Yeah, it doesn't work. That's good. Oh, that's a good start. When I click, nothing happens. When I move, nothing happens. Yay! Why? Why is it not happening? Okay. Just get my duck real quick. Okay, okay, okay. I don't know why it doesn't work. Because here the state when we tap, it's not set to touching, it's still set to none, which means that nothing else works afterwards. Hey, it doesn't fix the problem. Oopsie. Mine, so touch 1 equal blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's pretty hard to debug that thing. That's not good. It's touching. Okay. Why is it not working? Click. Select the real right bound. Okay. Never set to moving. Why is it not set to? Actually, I'm probably more interested by that. Okay. So look to the keys. If it's touching, it's still touching. This shouldn't be touching actually. I think these things are not working because this is not a reference. Oh, damn, that's not good. No likey, no likey. Oh, damn. Okay, so I have to make an add here for it to work. Oh, that's not fun. That's what I was thinking might happen. And my touch is with the touch index. Just gonna make it here like that. And then you can plug it in. So every time I do a set member, not inputs in touch, I have to make an add after. Otherwise, it doesn't apply. It doesn't apply it to the one in the structure. In the map. Just applies it on the spot right there. But yeah, that's not great. That is not great. Okay, so it's gonna be touch 1 here. The same there. Oh, that's annoying. That's annoying. Because it's not good on the code side. Because it's like duplicating the map every frame and stuff. That's really bad actually. Yeah, gonna have to change technique, I think. We'll see how it goes, but I think it's not gonna be good enough. Actually, it will probably be good enough, but I don't like it. Okay, and now it will work. Yep. Yep. If I bring back here, you'll be able to see that I can move again. Woohoo! And if I click on this one, it taps. I can hold. Yeah. Good, 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 good. Okay. Just gonna test it on my phone. And yeah. I wanted to have like a way to make it work without having to hard code all the touches, but it seems worse. I think the map won't work. I think we're gonna need to use an array because in an array we can get a reference instead of getting a copy of the object, the structures in that case. So if we get a reference, we can probably set it to what we want directly on the reference. Oh, damn. Not fun. Not fun. Why? It's weird that the map doesn't get it. It doesn't return a reference. Can we make a get, or what are the options here? Add clear contents. Find key, remove values. The values. Yeah, we can get a reference on that, but this is pretty much a copy of the values, so it doesn't matter anyway. That's weird. I was sure it will be like your reference stuff, references instead of copies of the stuff. Yeah, I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy. This is so slow. Faster and faster. Because yeah, if it works, I'm just gonna replace this. It's gonna take way less time. Yeah. Because these are not useful anymore. The touching here is not useful anymore. That's just for debugging. And then here we can like add some stuff. Okay, this seemed to work. Yeah. And all the fingers are working, so that's good. Yeah, that's way smoother. I had some little flicker in here and there when I was tapping with like 10 fingers and stuff, but now it's just good. So this is a good idea, but it doesn't work as I want it to. Okay. Can probably do it with an array. Can I do something maybe like let's touch an array of touches here, but we're gonna get the reference from it. The reference we're gonna make literal touch, finger, touch, no, say literal touch index here that we can convert int like that. This is a reference, so we can probably just do something like this, something like that, and then collapse function. This is not a reference. Why? going in as a reference but not going out as a reference? Why? Can always just copy paste that like nodes everywhere. Can just go with get, I guess. I guess we're gonna have to do that. That's a bit annoying again. So instead of a finger index, we're gonna have like literally a touch index, which is gonna be an int. Refresh this thing. Should I refresh all of these? Touch release is gonna be the same, and int 2. Refresh. Finger index 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So now I have to go everywhere. Oh, yeah, this is used. It's kind of bad for now. Just here, get the reference. Then if I get it with a reference, I can get it with the index I want, and then break it into whatever I want. If it's invalid, it's gonna be another thing, but we'll see. So here I want to for each, and that thing here, instead of an index, we're gonna use a real index. Gonna get here. Yeah, that's annoying. Everything here could have been avoided, but now we have to do it because it doesn't make sense. Why? That's weird. Actually, nope. Index is already here. I just have to convert it into an int. Get the index. Not using the find. And then get touch location. It's gonna be the same. It's gonna take an int as input. Remove the add because we don't want it. Use the index. Instead of the find, use a get. Same here. Use the get instead of the find. Then remove the add at the end. That's better. And references. Still have a bunch to replace. Oh, these. Oopsie. Yeah, these are not great. Okay. Well, it's going to be the same logic for now. We're gonna have to find another way to do it later, but for now. One, four. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's do the same thing for this one. 0, 1. Save open again. This does cleaner a little bit. Find get 3, 4, 5 and the other one. Actually, it's more to 3, 4 now. That's I have to get used to it too. Okay, connect. Thank you. Okay. Have a bunch of them. Index 0 here. The zoom, I want index 0 and index 1. Okay. Index 0 for these. Delete the ads. Add. Set our element. We want the index. Make it size to fit. That should be good. And. This is gross. Index. This is so gross. What the heck? Index here. Get Dutch location. Click this. Remove the ads. And then and in there. Finger index here. Okay, something like that maybe. And the tab function, this function. Okay. Just needs to come back in, get input touch state. Oh, can we do byte? Please work. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna be sad. Okay, good. Oh, that's a bunch of bread. Okay, goodbye bread. Oof, that's a ton of bread. New. This thing here. Oh, there. Yeah. Okay, we can probably just for now end these. Okay, shouldn't stop comparing. That's so cheap. Okay, seems to work. Seems to work. Seems to work. Good, good, good. Test it on my phone. And if it does work, I'm gonna have to stop right there for today. I have to think about a solution to replace that crappy stuff here. Because the objective is, like, what we want is to move only if the first finger is touching, and stop moving if we put another finger on the screen. Yeah, or just don't move if we have another finger on the screen. Otherwise, like if the user is typing with like 10,000 fingers, the camera is just gonna be like, it's gonna go everywhere, and it's not what we want to have. Oh, is it opening already? Oh wow, that was fast. Okay, it's moving, it's zooming, it's tapping, holding works too. And if I tap with like 3 fingers at the same time, hey, that's great. That seems good. Super stable. The code is not that bad. A little bit ugly, but not too bad. Right now we have like 5 fingers at all time that is like in the code, but yeah, I'm gonna figure out a way to just use the ones we want, or maybe just have like one global variable or something that is just am I touching with more than 1 finger? Or maybe I don't know, have like, yeah, I don't know. There's probably something. Or maybe if we remove the array element from the list, then we can just compare with the length. If the length is greater than 0 and greater than 1, greater than 0, that means we have one touch that is touching, instead of having a none state maybe. But then if we're touching with the 5th finger, no, we can't do that, because we have to have like all the fingers at the same time. Because let's say if I'm touching with 1, 2, 3 fingers, like the fingers 1, 2, and 3, if I remove the second one, then I'm still touching with 1 and 3. But since if I remove like the second one from the list, it becomes like 1 and 2. So 3 disappear, which is not good because it's the second one that disappeared. Yeah, it's not a good solution. Maybe we can just have like an array of tons of fingers from the beginning. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna have to think about that. But that's pretty much it for today. Yeah, we now have some action. I would have liked to be able to have a little debug system here that says if like which fingers are pressed, which are not, which one is tapping, if we are in the tap action or in the hold action, and then if we are tapping or holding, which actor was the one that was tapped or hold. The last one, maybe the few last ones for the tap will be interesting. Yeah, some debug info that will be useful in the future because we're gonna be able to tap on pretty much everything. So we want to know if like for some reason it doesn't work. We want to know like what is blocking or recast or stuff like that. Yeah, that's pretty much what I have in mind right now for the next step. Yeah, that's a good start. That's a good start. So yeah, the inputs for both Windows and mobile are pretty much done. So that's good. We're gonna be able to start doing some gameplay stuff now. Interact with objects, spawning some physical objects too, because it's nice. Yeah, we'll see, we'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna think about that, and I'm gonna see you in the next live, which will be probably tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. I don't know. Anyway, probably tomorrow. So see you tomorrow, and bye bye.